Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We back again, man. It's that time again, y'all. It's time for the weekend banger. It's time for the weekend banger, y'all. That's a lot, and I got one for y'all. That's a lot. I keep one. Y'all already know what it is, man. But like I tell y'all, man, I got no problem making sure y'all can get a weekend banger every weekend. There's no problem, man. I'm gonna always make sure y'all are locked on that, man. I got y'all, man. I don't never want y'all to go to jail. I don't never want y'all to go through what I've been through, man. So I'm gonna keep delivering the bangers when I'm supposed to deliver them, man. But all I need y'all to do is just stay out the way. That's it. That's all I want y'all to do, man. Just stay out the way, man. And we staying out the way, man, because we just want to be able to go to sleep when we want to, wake up when we want to, do what we want. And there, you're not going to be able to do what you want. I promise you that, man. They even tell you when you can see your family, man. You want to go somewhere where they can tell you the days you can see your family, the days you can talk to your family. I don't want to go through that, man. I can go see my family anytime I want to right now. I can talk to them on the phone. I have access to them. It's my life. I'm out in the free world, man. I'm not going to give the free world up to go in there and print a penitentiary, man. Let those people tell me what to do, man, and eat that terrible food. I'm not going to do it, y'all. I'm going to stay out here. I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm going to enjoy the fresh air. I'm going to enjoy the free land. And I'm going to stay out the way. Period, man. And that's all I want y'all to do is just stay out the way, man. You must, man. It's not a fair exchange for the land, for prison. It's not a fair exchange. I know everybody out there doing what they doing, sliding and gliding, getting money, scamming, doing whatever you doing, man. Just be careful, man, because I'm letting y'all know, man, everything catches back up to you, man. So you must be safe, man. If it's possible right now for you to stop what you're doing, I advise you to stop what you're doing and stay out the way, period, man, because you don't want to go to jail, man. That's it, man. But let's get back to it, y'all. It's the weekend banger. Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all already know what to do. Turn this one up for me right here, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe to this joint. Let's get it. 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 Let's go. What? It's time for business, man. And the story I got for y'all today is called Extortion. Yeah, man. But y'all think that ain't going on in prison? But y'all think I ain't seen that in prison? Several times, man. What I always tell y'all, prison is what? A dangerous place. It's a place you don't want to go. Everything goes down in there. If you think of it, I can tell you it went down. I promise you that, man. Dudes in there don't care about nothing, man. And preying on the weak, unfortunately, that's just something that's just a part of prison. You know what I mean? If dudes see somebody on the street that he got all the drugs, he got all the money, and they see that he's soft, it's a chance they will try him out in the streets. In prison, it's at a higher risk because you're boxed in with these people. At least the dude on the street can maneuver, get around these people, do this, do that, do this. And there, you are stuck around these people, man. You are stuck around the wolves. And when the wolves get hungry, the wolves want to eat. And that's just how it go in there, man. I'm sorry to tell y'all that, man. If you didn't know, that's just how it is in there, man. If you are weak, you will be preyed on by the wolves. I'm letting you know now. And they coming, man. And they coming, they don't want to hear nothing. They're going to test your gangster. They're going to see if you really can, you know what I mean? Stand up for yourself. They're going to do all that, man, because that's just how it is in there, y'all. It's just that dangerous in there, man. But with that being said, man, that brings me to the story that I have for y'all today. And we on Sussex 2 on this one right here, y'all. We on Sussex 2 game, man, right here, man. 2005 game right here, man. And I can remember a time being in the pod, man. 2C was a cool pod. It was so much stuff that be going on in the pod. Like, I'm just getting into penitentiary slightly, y'all, around this time. Y'all know 5 years in, that's not like long, but I'm in a little bit now. I'm kind of like knowing how to maneuver. I'm kind of learning stuff. I'm picking up on things. I'm watching everything. Like, I'm being really observative. Like, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a young dude in there. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to make it through in there. Like, I have friends that I kick it with. I have dudes that I rock with. We done been through stuff that's been going on. Like, but at this particular time right here, man, I'm fresh out the hole back in 2C. And it's like, I really want to chill. Like, this is kind of the time that I really wanted to chill when I got out the hole, when I came back to 2C. So I can remember being in the pod, and this time in the pod, man, like, it was gang members in there. Like, you know, it's '05 now. So now the gang members are coming in prison. They in there. There's nothing you can do about it, man. They in there, man. And every time I would see with the gang, every time I would see the gang, it was like the gang was multiplying. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, you would see, I remember seeing 6 of them. Then next thing you know, you seen 12 of them. The next thing you know, you seen 24 of them. Like, they was multiplying. That's my word. So it was like, it was a lot of them up there. I ain't even gonna lie. At this time, it was nothing but Bloods. It was no Crips. It was none of this going on at this particular moment. Ask anybody in '05. But at this particular time right here, the Bloods are deep, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, kind of like in every pod slightly. Every time somebody was coming through those doors from a bus, just getting on susses, man, it'll be like 50% of them, 60% of them probably Bloods, you know what I mean? Like, and that's just how it was going down in Virginia, man. Like, Virginia just was bloody around the whole state. I don't care what city in the state, they were Bloods coming in all over the place, man. And I witnessed it. I seen it happen right before my eyes. I remember it being no gangs, and I remember it being goddamn looking like we in Chicago some damn well, man. But at this time in the pod, like, I was cool with a lot of the Bloods because some of the Bloods, not majority of them, but a few of them was from Norfolk. You know what I mean? I was cool with them, but it was other Bloods in the pod around this time right here. Like, they wouldn't poke their chests out as much, but I ain't even gonna lie. Like, they was on some type of time, and like, you definitely gonna respect them. Like, they rock with who they rock with. And like I say, dudes be plugged in from different areas. It might be a Blood dude that go dumb hard for Richmond. And like, he, you know, of course he rock with the Richmond dudes. He's still Blood, but he rock with the Richmond dudes. And the same thing for like every city. Like, so everybody will be locked in to how they locked in. The gangs, the Bloods, they gonna try who they gonna try. Like, if you ain't locked in, it's just your bad luck. You know what I mean? That's just how it go. So I would see them do stuff in there. You know what I mean? I would see them do stuff in there. Before I had got the 4 building, I was already hearing how the gang, the Bloods, was robbing dudes for their commissaries. You know what I mean? Like, because Sussex started, like I told y'all at one story, they started letting you go walk to go get your commissary. It used to come to the building, but they started at one point, you had to walk to like the little commissary door, like was down there by property, and it was like 2 little windows. You have to go get your stuff, you bag it up, then walk back to the building. Man, it used to be dudes laying in buildings and all type of stuff, robbing dudes, man, taking their commissary. So like, I was hearing about that was going on, you know what I mean? That wasn't going on too much in our building, but it have went on before. I have seen them do it since I've been back over in 2C. So when I first seen them jam somebody up for their commissary, it was like a 5-on-1. It was nothing a dude could do. He was a black dude. It was nothing he could do. They ran up on him. They had the joints. It was 5 dudes. They caught him slipping. You know what I mean? I'm coming back in from commissary. I think this dude was in another pod, and he wasn't even with our pod going to commissary, but the Bloods went to commissary and never went back upstairs. They stayed down in the salad port downstairs in the building and just was waiting on dudes coming back, jamming them up, man. That was crazy. So like, when I first witnessed them doing that, I was like this, like, I couldn't say nothing but like, this is prison. Like, this is prison. Like, this is, I'm not surprised by a lot of stuff I see by now, 5 years in, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm not surprised, man. Like, I'm watching them, man. Like, they really like on they bully game. You know what I mean? Like I say, they rock with who they rock with. Everybody else is fool. Like, that's how they was carrying it. Like, and can you blame them? Like, you really can't blame them on the low. Like, to live savagely like that, the way they was living around that time. Because around that time, like I told y'all, there wasn't no Crips. It was no Crips at all in on the compound like that. Like, I wasn't seeing none. Now, they started coming later on, you know what I mean? But like early Sussex days, 2000 days, it was none of them in the beginning, man. So like, the Bloods really had no enemies. You know what I mean? Like, they definitely was on color banging, you know what I mean? But like, they had nobody to really clash against, because I told y'all it'd be so political and so diplomatic as far as when stuff really big that jumps off. It's somebody that's always plugged, because it's somebody that's a Blood that's from a city. So whoever clashing is like, sometimes it usually gets resolved when it gets too crazy. So like, that used to be when it was with the big, like, you get into it with somebody that's official or somebody, you know what I mean? I didn't see stuff like that happen, but like, for the most part, man, they just was psychos in that junk, man. Like, they moved around and poked their chests out the way they did, man. There was nothing I could do about it. There was nothing the police could do about it. It was just too many damn Bloods in there, y'all. So boom, goddamn. In the pod, like I told y'all, my homeboy's a Blood. You know what I mean? My homeboy's from Norfolk. He been Blood on the street, so he got locked up probably like '02 or something like that. He's in prison now. You know what I mean? He's a Blood. Goddamn, he's one of the original Bloods from Norfolk. He's in the block. It's a few other dudes in the block. A couple of them that I don't know that's from Norfolk, that's Bloods. But they so much into the Bloods, like, that where you from stuff, it don't matter to a lot of dudes. Like me and these other Bloods never really even had a conversation. They knew I was from Norfolk, but I didn't know who they was. They probably didn't know who I was. Cool. I kept it like that. Like I don't be pressed to try to make friends, even if you from the town. You know what I mean? But for the most part, man, I ain't gonna say bro name. You know what I mean? That was from the town that I rock with, man. But he was in there, and he used to rock with 2 other dudes. You know what I mean? That were Bloods. Like it was a lot of them in there. It was like at least 8 of them in our block. But he used to rock with these 2 other dudes that were Bloods. Both of them from Lynchburg. You know what I mean? He used to rock with these 2 dudes, and both of them from Lynchburg. Both of the Bloods was from Lynchburg. So they was go hard Bloods too. Like they was the ones that was with the jamming dudes up for the commissary. They just didn't care. They get it how they live, and that's how they carried it, man. So I would speak to them from time to time, just through my homeboy that was a Blood. You know what I mean? But for the most part, they was in their little. They was doing their Blood thing. Like I had nothing to do with what they was doing. They was doing their Blood thing. So the dude from Lynchburg, both of them was in the cell. Both of the Bloods were roommates. Now, when I moved in the block, they was cool. They was in there. They was Bloods. They was homies in the block. So I thought everything was good, but I don't know what happened. But one day I come back in the block, his roommate, the police was packing his roommate's stuff up. The Blood dude from Lynchburg. So the Blood dude from Lynchburg, he packing his roommate stuff up. You know what I mean? I never really found out what happened. I didn't even ask my man. They just say he went to the hole. I never found out what happened. But the dude from Lynchburg's cell was open. So, goddamn, my homeboy, that's the Blood from Norfolk, he's trying to move in the room with the dude from Lynchburg. He pull up on the lieutenant and ask him, can he, you know what I mean? Because they was homies too. Like, he even though they weren't from Lynchburg, he was from Norfolk. Like, still, they was from the same set in the Blood. So, like, he was trying to get in the cell with his man. So he went to go holler at the lieutenant to see if the lieutenant move him in the block. Move him in the cell. Lieutenant told him it was a no-go. He told him somebody moving in there after count. Now, this is what we about to go on the, I want to say this is the 5:30 count. It's about almost the 5:30 count. So we coming back out again after that. But he was like, after count, he gonna have a roommate. So that was fast. You know, usually if a roommate go to the hole, you usually get a day or two, a day at the most for you can, you know what I mean? Get your mind right, you dolo, you know what I mean? But no, lieutenant told my homeboy, you can't move in there, man. They moving somebody else in there. So we locked down for count, you know what I mean? They did their count. Everything goes smooth. They open the doors up for count. When we come out for count, as soon as we came out, goddamn, I didn't even know that they moved somebody in the block through the count. You know what I mean? So when we come out, as the doors opening, like, you know, I know the pod. You know what I mean? I know the whole pod. I'm in cell 5. I know the whole pod. So as I'm coming out, I can look and see the whole pod. You know what I mean? Dudes coming down the steps from both sides. I know the pod. So I'm looking around, and I looked, and I just seen a dude, man. He had looked kind of like he was lost. You know, around this time, we still wearing our burgundies, like the scrubs, wearing the scrub shirt with the pants, you know what I mean? So he had his whole uniform on. Now, usually when dudes come out for rec around this time, you know what I mean? Like after one of the last recs, when dudes come out, you ain't gonna see a dude really suited and booted in the whole burgundy joint. Now, sometimes that be dudes only outfit. So sometimes you might, but like for the most part, it wasn't a lot of people like that in the pod. A lot of dudes in our pod had their property, sweatpants, shorts, dudes chilling when it's chill time. So when I seen the little dude, he was like, he had the whole joint on, like he was light skinned. And he had just looked lost. I ain't even gonna lie, man. He had looked lost. I ain't even gonna lie. So he come out and he go sit at the table by the phones. You know what I mean? He come out and go sit at the table by the phone. So I pin him. So I'm moving around. You know what I mean? I ain't paying no mind. I'm moving around doing me. Goddamn, running around the pod for a second. Then by the time I got settled, you know what I mean? I came back around. He still ain't get on the phone. So it wasn't no blood phone, this phone, that phone, and that stuff going on. But it be certain times that the dudes at night will go, you know what I mean? The dudes, you know, be on the phone. Nobody cares about the phone, but sometimes the dudes at night will come out and ride the phone. So this is one of the last joints, the last time we're gonna be out at rec before the next count will be down for the rest of the night. So he's sitting on the phone, he can't get on the phone. So I see his roommate from Lynchburg, you know what I mean? He come up, boom, he holler at a dude, he got him on the jack. After he got him on the jack, he started hollering at my homeboy. This is on a Thursday right here too, by the way, y'all. This is a Thursday right here. So he go holler at my homeboy, that's the Blood from Norfolk, and he kicking it with him. So after he finished goddamn his roommate that is moving in the block, he get off the phone, he walked back over there where his roommate was at, because it's like he don't know nobody but his roommate, the Blood dude from Lynchburg. So he don't know they put him in the cell with King Blood, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if he know this information. I don't know if his roommate told him this information, but the way he's acting, it looks like, you can tell he looks like, for one, he just got locked up. That's for one. You know what I mean? And for two, you can tell that he's fresh in prison, like, because the way he's dressed, his state shoes, the pants, the shirt, like everything about him just felt like he was fresh in prison. You know what I mean? Like welcome to prison type of activity, man. That's what it looked like, man. So like he just was walking around looking lost, like he didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? He go back over there with his roommate, the blood dude from Lynchburg. He go over there, kick it, start talking to him. Blood dude talking to him. My homeboy leave from them, come over there where I was at, start talking to me. He started kicking it with me. I'm like, oh damn. I was like, damn, I see you was trying to move in and say with your homeboy. I was like, they clapped it because he got a roommate. I was like, who dude is? He was like, man, I almost said blood dude. He was like, man, my homie told me, goddamn, he ain't even from out here, man. He was like, he from North Carolina, you know what I mean? I'm like, for real? He was like, yeah. He was like, man, he from North Carolina and shit. Came out here. He was like, man, he ain't finished telling me the story. He was like, he came out Virginia, got locked up in Chesapeake on some dumb shit, you know what I mean? Out here wilding, you know what I mean? On some rebellious kid type shit. He was like, bro, I ain't number 20 years old. I'm like, for real? So, you know, I'm a little older, but not a little older, but I'm like 23, you know what I mean? I'm like 23 at the time, 24, something like that, 23. So it's like he was younger than me. Like you could tell he just looked young and dumb. So next thing you know, goddamn, as he talking to me and shit, you see my homeboy, goddamn, his blood dude from Lynchburg called him, you know what I mean? Call him over there and shit. My homeboy, I'll be back, pardon me. He go over there and holler at him. He come back. He like, look. He's like, look, you think your homeboy downstairs still got some weed? I'm like, yeah. He was like, man, because he was like, man, Sally trying to get some weed. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh yeah. He was like, he trying to spend some money too. I was like, okay, all right, I'll see what's up. So my homeboys downstairs had some weed at the time, you know what I mean? Man, he came and asked me that because my homeboy sometimes used to let me facilitate. Like he'll get the weed and no dudes in my block want to buy spoons. He'll send them up to me and let me do me with them, even take some out the spoons. I'm petty. Pinch every spoon, y'all. I was petty, man. I told y'all I wasn't perfect in there. Y'all be talking like I was perfect in there, man. I was trying to survive. My homeboy already know the count. That's why he's sending me the big ass spoons upstairs because he already know what I'm gonna do. He'll send me the spoons. I'll get them in my cell. I'll pinch every one of them. I will open up like 10 papers of spoons, different spoons, and take some out of all of them. Before you know it, I got 2 spoons. You know what I mean? Just off the pinch game. They would still sell, but that's why he would send them to me. So that's why bro pulled up on me and asked me, can I holler at my man? Boom. I said, I'll do it. I go holler at my man, you know what I mean? The next day, goddamn, we come back out for breakfast. I seen him. I holler at him. He said he gonna catch me at lunch. I go back and tell my homeboy from Norfolk, that's the blood, you know what I mean? He go back and holler at his homie. He go back and holler at his homie. I see his homie holler at his celly. His celly get back on the phone. You know what I mean? This is Friday. His celly get back on the phone. His celly get on the phone. He come back and say, what's your people's information? I gave him my people's information. Street to street game. Young boy took care of it. I don't even know bro name yet. He took care of business though. I ain't even gonna lie. He took care of business. He took care of business, man. He spent $75 and sent the money. My man said he got it. He sent the smoke. I gave it to bro. Bro gave it to his homie. And it was good. You know what I mean? So I'm seeing how this go down. You know what I mean? So now I talk to my homeboy again. Goddamn, my homeboy like, look. He like, look, man. He was like, man, say word. These niggas came out here, man. Goddamn. Niggas came out here, broke in somebody's crib, somebody big ass crib out Chesapeake, bro. And goddamn, somebody was home, man. Goddamn. They started bucking at them niggas and he turned around with his gun he had and started bucking back and hit the nigga. You know what I mean? He was like, he ain't killed the nigga, but he hit the nigga. So they hit him with the home invasion and the gun jank. You know what I mean? So he was like, they smacked him, gave him Tim Tebow. I was like, they gave him Tim Tebow? He was like, man, you got 15 years. You got 15 years. Like, man, they gave him Tim Tebow, bro. I was like, damn. You know what I mean? Now he young. He gonna do 12 or 15, he a dub now. He gonna come home in his early 30s, but that's still a lot of time that you're away from your family, all from a crazy mistake. But we all make crazy mistakes, man. You just gotta be careful making crazy mistakes, man, because now they throw you in with the wolves, and you gotta protect yourself, man, the wild, man, because the wolves are right there waiting and laying. That's what they do, man. So boom, goddamn, my man give me the count about that. I'm like, damn, that's wild, that's crazy right there. Like, damn, that's a crazy way to get tricked up. You know what I mean? That's a crazy way. But the last thing he told me, he was like, yeah, but look, he was like, man, he was like, he going to visit today. You know what I mean? So now it's Saturday. He was like, look, he going to visit today. And goddamn, he was like, he gonna holler at his peoples. He was like, goddamn, his dad understands kind of like what's going on. You know what I mean? So like, he just trying to make sure nobody mess with his son and all that. He was like, yo, the homie's gonna protect him. You know what I mean? He was like, the homie's gonna protect him, but like, he got a kid. You know what I mean? He got a kid. So I'm like, damn, like, you think he gonna You think he gonna be on like paying y'all to protect them? He was like, man, that's how he was talking. He was like, he gonna act like they ain't the count, but that's what it's gonna come down to. He was like, cause he got bread. He was like, his people's got bread. He was like, his people's got bread. I was like, damn, see, but this is what I be telling y'all. Dudes be waiting for opportunities like this before they can move in. This junk landing right in their lap. Pause. The dude that just got locked up, people got a little bit of money, got moved in the cell with one of the gang dudes, one of the Bloods. You already know it's crazy, man. So, boom, he go to visit. You know what I mean? He come back from visit, everything's straight. He holler at them, you know what I mean? Kicking it with them, you know what I mean? At one point, I'm thinking he's about to be blood, you know what I mean? I'm thinking he about to be blood, but I'm like, nah, maybe he's not with that, you know? Maybe they think he's not tough enough to be a blood. Like, that's what I was thinking, but like, the way he was around them, like, you know what I mean? It just looked crazy. Like, you could tell he wasn't from VA because he didn't know nobody from VA. The first person he met was his roommate, you know what I mean? So it's like, his roommate rocking with him, you know what I mean? He just looked green, like, he just looked, man, he look crazy, man. Bro, he looked crazy as hell. So, I still didn't even know his name. I still didn't even know bro name. I ain't even gonna lie, you know what I mean? But they started calling him E, man. You know what I mean? They started calling him E. He had a real name. I'm not going to say it, but they started calling him E anyway for short on his name. But when I finally found out his name was crazy. I ain't going to say his name. His name was crazy. It started with an E. But when I found out his name was crazy because it just, he had like all us got names to be like, damn, what you doing in jail, man? Or you might find the craziest dude with the nicest first name. Be like, man, why you in, like dudes be having crazy names, man. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, man. But they started calling him E. You know what I mean? So, for the most part, now like a week or two is going on, and like E is trying to transition into Bitten. He trying to transition to Bitten. He know he gotta be here. He trying to transition into Bitten. So I'm thinking that he told the Bloods that like, look, I'll look out, but like I ain't trying to pay. You know what I mean? Like it ain't going down like that. And the reason why I say that is because he would look out and buy the weed and stuff like that. And I think he used to smoke the weed kind of like to take him away from this nightmare that he was living in. You know what I mean? But he used to buy the weed for the Bloods and like smoke with them. And this is like the first 2 weeks of what he's doing. You know what I mean? Getting $75 here. He did it twice out of 2 weeks, the $75 play. But they would smoke the weed. You know what I mean? Like they ain't teaching them no type of hustle skills. They ain't doing none of this. I'm sitting back from afar just looking at this. Like they just gonna ride this till the wheels fall off. Pause. Like they gonna juice them. That's what they gonna do. Like they gonna see how much money they can get out of them because this is what it is. It's easy. It's in bro sale. They ain't gotta do no strong arming. They ain't gotta do none of this stuff, man. It's easy, bro. E is in the cell with the main gang dude from Lynchburg. So I'm like, damn, I know this isn't gonna turn out right, man. I know it's not gonna turn out right. But I'm watching it right before my eyes. So I can remember one day my homeboy pulled up on me. He was like, yo, look. He was like, man, you ain't gonna believe this shit. He was like, yo, it's really going down now. He was like, it's really going down now. He belong to Blood. He belong to Blood now. I'm like, what you talking about? He was like, man, crazy, man. He was like, yo. He was like, man, say word. He said, man, we looking at this man photo book. You know what I mean? He said, we looking at his photo book. We get to looking at his photo book. We seeing his family. He said, guess what kind of job his daddy got? I'm like, what? It was like, he a CO in North Carolina in one of the federal spots. I'm like, what? He like, yeah. He like, I'm like, damn. Like, for me to hear that, I'm like, yo. I'm like, damn, that gonna show you like even a police son, you know what I mean, can end up going to prison. Like this shit is like, this is the world. This stuff like this happens. But this is my first time hearing something like this, that this dude is not only dumb and green, you know what I mean? His dad is a CO. So I'm looking at it like, yeah, that's the first time I heard that. But I'm not looking at it like, damn, Rick Ross is a CO. Like, I'm not looking at it like when that news came out, you know what I mean? I'm not thinking like that. I'm thinking like, damn, like, you know what I mean? What you thinking? And he was like, man, shit, he belong to Blood. He kept saying that he belong to Blood now. I'm like, bro, why you say that? He was like, man, cuz. He was like, cuz, bro, like, nigga, daddy a CO. He was like, we about to drag that nigga. That nigga gotta pay. He told me he ain't just gonna look out and buy weed. Hell no, that nigga about to pay. I want property. I want all that shit. He was like, his daddy gonna pay that shit or he gonna get fucked up in here. I'm like, shh. I'm like, damn, seeing my man on some major goon shit like this, like, was it surprising? It wasn't, you know what I mean? Because he in a gang, you know what I mean? Like, Ain't no like, what you think they doing in the game? What you think they just playing basketball, going to the gym every day? No, these dudes just think about a way how they gonna eat the next day. These dudes think about how they gonna get high the next day. They thinking about how they can put a couple of dollars in their pocket in the future. Like they looking at any easy opportunity. Why? Because they have the numbers. They are a gang, y'all. So like I wasn't surprised how he was talking, to be honest with y'all. I wasn't surprised, you know what I mean? But I'm just looking like, damn, like bro just put himself in like a major predicament by showing dudes his photo book and his daddy a CO. Now that's not a major thing, but like if you showing the Bloods a reason, if you giving the Bloods a reason to extort you now, man, like bro, this is the reason right here, bro. You about to kick because your daddy is a cop. Now, he working in prison, but a cop is a cop, goddammit. If you a cop in prison, you a cop on the street. It's the same damn thing. You know what I mean? Now, I know people got to get jobs at the end of the day, man, but I would never be a CEO. I would give a damn if I lived in Miss Franklin, Virginia, and I was the only job out that goddamn place. Like, I wouldn't care. I would work in a goddamn factory somewhere before I work in a prison. And I'm just keeping it a band. So I know and I can relate on how dudes are looking at this, like, especially the Bloods. Like, they looking at it like, yo, like, it was all peaches and cream. Like, you know, he was in there and, you know, he was buying the weed, which is cool. Like, he looking out for his celly and his homies. But no, they want more because that's just how it is, man. You know what I mean? So I'm looking like this finna get crazy, man. It's about to get crazy. So boom, goddamn, we come out in the pod a little bit after that. After bro told me that, we locked down. We come back out in the pod. I come down, I'm looking. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, shit look crazy. I see all the Bloods kind of like over by goddamn, you know what I mean? The dude from Lynchburg cell, the dude from Lynchburg is in cell 17. You know what I mean? I see all the Bloods kind of standing over there. Cell 17 was slightly behind the steps, kind of like where the steps are at, the railing part. So like it's behind that. So it's like everybody over there. But I don't know what's going on when I look. Man, I look, he was in the crowd. He was like in the middle of the crowd. And I seen his roommate like, look, you might as well turn blood. You might as well turn blood now. Like, yo, you might as well just bum home now, yo. Like, you might as well just bum home. Like, and goddamn, I see my homeboy that's standing over there looking like he ready to freaking goddamn decapitate goddamn he in the middle like, man, he got the scariest face in the world because right now he's in a position where he don't really know what he gonna do. Now he has a couple of options. You know what I mean? You always got a couple of options, you know what I mean? But it can make the rest of your bid hard. But sometimes you have to take these options. So I don't be understanding why people put their stuff through these things that I be telling y'all about in these stories before taking these options. Like one of the options is checking in, going to the hole. You know what I mean? But will you be able to smoke weed like you was? Would you be able to eat like you was? Will you be able to see your family like you was? Will you be able to talk on the phone like you was when you was in population? Hell no. So that's going to get snatched from you. On top of that, whatever pod you go to, you really can't run from the Bloods. So you talking about staying back there till you get transferred? That's more time of you not having the things that I just named you used to having. It wasn't a good look for E, man. Like, so I can understand sometimes why dudes would choose to kind of tough it out to see how things will play out. So I'm looking over at E, man. E face looks so scared, y'all. Like he just looks like scared shitless. Like he looks scared shitless. My homeboy, that's the Blood. He kind of taller than me a little bit. He like 5'11", you know what I mean? Kind of big dude a little bit, like kind of fat dude slightly, you know what I mean? Goddamn, fight his ass off. He's sitting there standing in front of goddamn E looking like he can't wait till he say he want to join Blood so he can beat him in and goddamn decapitate his ass after. That's what it's looking like, man. He's looking mean as shit. That nigga E over there, he like, I don't want to be in the gang. I told my dad I wasn't going to join the gang. Goddamn, the nigga from Lynchburg was like, the door still was open and he was like, he grabbed the ES, he threw that nigga in the cell. That nigga was like, yo, hold me down, son. That nigga went in the cell and he was like, hey, yo, hey, listen. Everybody like, God damn. So everybody looking, niggas like, God damn. Blood's crowded around and shit. Everybody around the door. You hear that nigga like, look, God damn it, it's like this then. If you ain't gonna be Blood, then you gotta pay Blood. You know what I mean? Don't think about checking in either because you can't go nowhere on this compound. You gonna be good, but you gotta pay Blood. Go tell your daddy you gotta pay Blood since he wanna be a CO. Go tell your daddy that. Go tell him you gotta pay since he wanna be a CO. You gotta goddamn pay Blood. That nigga was like, he was like, you hear me talking to you? You hear me talking? You hear what I'm saying? He called his name. You hear what I'm saying? He was like, man, hey, yo, son, this nigga, bah! He smacked his ass. He ran on, he started rolling his ass. The nigga like, listen, nigga. I looked up, nigga had E ass in the air like this. I promise y'all, E feet was up in the air. His head was down here. He had that nigga in a wrestling body slam, not like some street shit. No, man, that nigga smacked E ass. That nigga was like, yo, this nigga think, bah, he smacked goddamn E. E started whipping that nigga, with some maniac shit. Man, that nigga grabbed E ass, man, that nigga had E like this. I seen E feet. When I seen E feet, they crowded around the door more, and all I heard was a thump. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh shit. The goddamn, my son was looking, my homeboy was looking like, yo, get that nigga up, son. Get that nigga up. Get that nigga up. Goddamn, niggas went in there and niggas put the cut up. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, this shit crazy. Niggas in there talking to him. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, I feel bad for bro. But like, come on, bro. Like, you can't stop paying maniacs, bro. Like, shit like this can turn out, bro. You're gonna be extorted, bro. That's bro, shit like this happen, bro. Like this the stuff that happens in there, man. That's why I tell y'all don't come in here, man. Look at this, man. Look how they got bro now. So he dumped the shit out of him, I guess, man. I don't know what happened, but this dude E, man, like he could have, like he has options, like I tell y'all, man. He dumped him so hard, man. He fucked the shoulder up a little bit. I don't know how he hit the ground, but he fucked the shoulder up a little bit, man. E go to medical. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. You can see all the bloods on pins and needles slightly because they thinking E gonna go in there and tail. You know what I mean? That's what he's supposed to have probably done. You know what I mean? Bro, you are a coward in prison. What are you gonna do, bro? You gonna try to fight these guys? Like, what are you gonna do? You gonna pay them off? I don't know what he was thinking, man. But this man comes back from medical, y'all. He walks back through the door. You see the blood dude from Lynchburg? He grab him. What's up? Talking. You ain't say nothing to nobody in there, did you? You see E like, I'm like, damn, this shit crazy, man. Boom. E is in the pod. Everything is regular, man. They extorting the man. E is going to commissary, ordering whatever these dudes want, man. Like, I think the only thing they told him he can keep is soups. They told him you can order all the soups you want. So that's all you would see E and do is in the pod is just eating a butt naked. You know what I mean? He would eat the butt naked out the bag like he was homeless or something. Put the hot water in the bag, crush the soup up, put the hot water in the bag, put a rubber band around it, let it cook. And you would see him walking around the pod looking dumb as a bitch. He was like a mutant there. He really wouldn't talk to nobody but the bloods. He was like this. He was like, soup bag. I'm like, look at this shit. These niggas got this nigga on a soup diet. This nigga can't eat nothing but damn noodles. This shit crazy as a bitch. Meanwhile, the bloods are having parties. These niggas making nachos at the table. They making pizzas, enchiladas. These niggas blacking out. They got all the swole material you can think of. They got this maniac ordering all the goddamn stuff. They got him ordering every damn thing. Then on top of that, he gotta buy the weed. He gotta still buy the weed. This is my word. Weekend roll around. I get a visit this weekend. He goes over every visit. So I finally got to get a good look at this man's dad. Now, when I went in to visit, he was already in there before me. But when I walked in, I seen him. He was at the table. It was his mom. It was his dad. And it looked like he has a little brother. But they all was in the visiting room. And when I walked in, I seen his dad. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. The man looked like a pipsqueak. I ain't gonna lie, man. Man like a pipsqueak, man. Man looked like a damn pipsqueak, man. He was kind of like a little light brown skinned dude. A little shorter than me. Frail as hell, goddamn, with glasses, you know what I mean? And I'm saying, like, I ain't got nothing against nobody that gotta go work as a CEO, man. I'm not knocking that job, I ain't even gonna lie, but usually they pipsqueaks, I ain't even gonna lie, man. Like, and that's what his dad looked like, man. So, like, now I can see why he's moving the way he's moving. Like, the advice his dad's probably giving him is like, yo, just try to survive. We're gonna pay what we can. Like, you let Big Blood know that we're gonna try to do this. Look, we just don't wanna get your ass kicked. We don't want nothing to happen to your ass. Pause. So you just gotta do. That sounds like the advice his dad is giving him because the man looks really weak. And I'm not like, I haven't talked to his dad or like to really rate his dad. Like, but I'm viewing him as somebody that looks really weak because I know his son is going back telling him what's happening. I know he is. He asking for the money. He asking for more money. His dad knows what the hell is going on. So he going in and talk to his dad. He acting like he got a good visit, like everything normal. The whole time he paying, he getting extorted in a pod by the bloods. I'm like, this shit crazy. So we go back out to visit. You know what I mean? We in the block. I see E in there moving around. Back over there with the bloods. Bloods looking good. Bloods chilling. Bloods straight. They got a free big commissary $150 bag every week. You know, every other week. You know what I mean? They get weed, they can buy the weed. I tell them, hey, Weezy, hey, what's up with your homeboy? I make the play. You know what I mean? My homeboy made master plays through ES. He goddamn spending the hell out that damn money. So one day I was talking to my homeboy, that's the blood from Norfolk. He tell me, he like, yo, look. He was like, yo, look, man. He was like, man, goddamn, that nigga goddamn be ordering. He'll order bro a $1.20. You know what I mean? He said in the following conversation, he'll order me a $1.20. So we just be going back and forth. You know what I mean? He was like, but he basically paying. He said we break the homies off by making sure they eat, this and that. You know what I mean? He was like, for the most part, bro, he the reason we was able to open up a store box. He was like, the Bloods got a store box now. Yo, my man got it if you need any, you know what I mean? Weezy, let me know. I'm like, no, I'm good, bro. But like, damn, bro, y'all got dude in the goddamn, in the goddamn headlock crazy, man. I'm like, damn, man. Like, I'm like, yo, bro, what if he tell, bro? He was like, he ain't gonna tell. He was like, where he gonna go? He was like, he can't go to no other camp either. He said, we got Bloods everywhere. He said, we don't write niggas. He said, he can't go no goddamn way. He gonna sit here and he gonna pay goddamn us for goddamn being around blood. Goddamn, I'm like, damn. I'm like, that shit wild as a bitch. So that's how it's going in there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm watching these people just extort him, man. I'm watching them, man. Like, they just got down, like, they just for real, like, it got to the point where, like, they started just carrying him. And that's why I kind of think they went too far. Like, when they started trying to carry E, man, like, you know, he was a dude that was scared from out of town, came in the cell with the blood. This is how his journey turned out. But at the most part, he was submitting to it, like, you know what I mean? He wasn't bucking. He wasn't doing none of that. He was paying how he's supposed to pay. His dad was making sure he had the money. His dad know he a damn CEO. He know what his damn son going through. He see dude go through this shit every day. So his dad know the count. So his dad was helping him for the most part. Even though he was a pipsqueak, he was helping him. But at the same time, where the blood started going too far as where they started trying to carry the man. You know what I mean? They started trying to carry the man. So with the Bloods getting all this commissary every two, 3 times a month. You know what I mean? They got plenty of stuff. So now they had a dude in there that makes the wine. Like I told y'all on Sussex, I never drunk the wine, but the Bloods make the wine. The Bloods get the batch come up, you know what I mean? Everything goes smooth with the batch. Them niggas drinking, they getting turned up. They in that junk, getting lit like a bitch, smoking weed, drinking all that shit. So it was one Blood dude in there from Richmond. He was like a little younger dude, kind of like, and they all in there, even E. You know what I mean? Even E got down getting fucked up. You know what I mean? He over there with them getting lit. He paid, he sponsored the damn party. He better get fucked up, but they all over there kicking it all over by the steps, like behind the steps, kicking it deep as a bitch. And goddamn, the dude got his cell over 17 over. He got the music banging. You know what I mean? He got the junk box blocking his door like he cleaning up, because you can do that sometimes. Tell you want to clean up, and she'll just say, put the box in your door. So he got the box in his door, music banging on surround sounds. And they wilding, they just right there, they kicking it, just normal bitten type shit, man. The next thing you know, you see goddamn the Blood dude in E-face, he like, yeah, nigga, what the fuck, nigga, toughen up, nigga. He like, yeah, toughen up, toughen up. He kept saying, toughen up, toughen up. He was like, yeah, toughen up, man. Come on, man. Goddamn, get a heart, nigga. He kept pushing his chest, like, get a heart, where your heart at? Where your heart at? But he drunk, like, he lit, but he is looking at this like this isn't funny what he's doing. The Blood dudes are rolling. The Blood dudes are rolling. He like, where your heart at? He pumping on his chest, where your heart at? He like, moved his hand, stop, man. Stop. He like, yeah, where your heart at, man? Where your heart at, man? You smack he back his head. He like, shh. He's just standing there. He let a Newport. He started smoking a Newport. He like, he blew the smoke out. He like, on the second jump, dude was like, dude knocked the goddamn cigarette out of his head. He was like, the cigarette flew over there. He was like, nigga, you need to get tougher. You need to get tougher. Hell is wrong with you? You gonna be around the hounds? You need to get tougher if you gonna be around the hounds, nigga. Hell is wrong with you? Yeah, you gotta get tougher. He was like, I felt like the cigarette jump, he was everybody in the pod like, oh shit. And it's like, the cigarette, I'm right there. I'm like right by the little table, right by the steps. So like I'm right there, bird's eye view of this shit. And I'm saying to myself, like, damn, that one right there was more disrespectful than smacking him back in his head. Like they carrying the shit out of him. He already paying taxes, but they carrying it, man, they extorting his brains out, man. Like he's getting extorted to the ninth power, man. So he smacked the joint out of hand. He like, he look at the cigarette, he like, he turn around, dude was like, nigga, you ain't gonna do shit. You ain't gonna do shit. What's up? You ain't gonna do shit. What's up? You feeling like you got a heart? You feeling like you got a heart? Come on. What's up? What's up? He like, he just keep doing this like, Dude just going off. The other dude from Richmond just going off. Blood dude snapping. He like, what? Man, this is my word. That's what that shit sounded like. I promise y'all. Man, he hit that nigga so hard. That shit say, what? Niggas was like, oh, the whole pod. That shit was like, oh. Man, he cracked that blood dude from Richmond. He, bow. Like, I seen it. Like, look, it came fast, but it was in slow motion. I seen the punch. That shit said, crack. Man, he cracked dude. Dude said, and dude ran, got down. Dude from Lynchburg grabbed him. Chill. He was like, no, son, I want my fair one. I want my fair one. This other homie from Richmond come over there. Niggas like, what? This nigga just hit you? This nigga just, man, let that nigga get a fair one, blood, whatever. They talking. They like, man, come on, man, it's the money, man. Got down, that nigga E in the back room like, I'm like, oh shit, Scarecrow got a damn heart, found me. God damn it, damn right, E. This how I start, goddamn. You gotta go ballistic. You know what I mean? That's the only way nigga gonna goddamn stop, goddamn. You gotta go ballistic in this joint. So goddamn, he see him in the back of the cell. He like, dude from Lynchburg like, hold on, homie, this the money right here. He like, man, fuck that shit. You gotta let him fight my homie. They gotta fight my homie. Come on, they gotta fight. Nigga like, man, dude from Norfolk, my homeboy, that's the blood. He pull up, he like, psh, man, let him fight. Shit, let him fight. Goddamn. Dude from Lynchburg was like, hold on. He went in there. He was like, watch out. He told you to watch out. He moved his TV, turn the music off. Goddamn. Niggas got out of the way. Man, next thing you know, that shit look like smoke supposed to be coming out that damn shit. Them niggas was in that bitch like, I don't know who the hell was winning. All I seen was blows being thrown over niggas' heads because niggas was at the door. And I'm like, slightly, and all you seen was blows being thrown. Man, he was in there getting it. He ain't got down, man. He ain't as scary as I thought he was. He was in there getting it, man. He run with that nigga. Them niggas like, ho. Goddamn. I look up, they pulling E off him. I'm like, oh shit, he on top of the nigga. They break it up. They was like, hold on, y'all start again. Oh. Blood dude's like, oh, blood, they screw up again. Niggas like, oh shit. Goddamn, niggas fought for a second. Next thing you know, niggas like, oh, all right, that's enough, homie. That's enough. He like, yo, great homie. Niggas broke it up. Niggas got down. They were like, yo, telling you a bitch. You a bitch, man. You a bitch, nigga. Goddamn, he ain't saying shit. He got the goddamn like, nigga, this is it right here, nigga. I'm in the Terror Dome. This is where I chose to put my life at. I could have stayed on the street, but this is where I chose to put my life at, in the damn Terror Dome. This is where I'm at, in the Terror Dome. You gotta stand up when you're in the Terror Dome, goddammit. That's how he was feeling, goddammit. I knew it, because I was reading his damn brain. I was reading that nigga brain. That nigga was telling himself, like, nigga, this is it right here. This is it right here, goddammit. This is it right here. I was like, oh, shit. I'm like, yo, this is wild right here, man. So, boom. Goddamn, they fought. Everything went smooth after that. It was just a fight. But I can tell the dude from Richmond is still feeling some type of way. You know what I mean? He's still feeling some type of way about this activity right here. You know what I mean? Now, the Bloods from Richmond, they all are Bloods. Like, before I even knew it was sets. You know what I mean? I just used to think if you was blood, you was blood. But I later came to find out that they are sets under the blood umbrella. So some sets really don't fuck with some sets. But this isn't a year that it was that deep like that yet. Because on Lawrenceville, it was that deep. Pause. It was like that. Like, the sets will rock with the sets. And just because you blood, they might acknowledge you, but they might don't rock with you. That's how it was. But this was too early on Sussex for this to be going on. So blood was blood around this time, as far as I knew. But the dudes from Richmond, they from Richmond. You know what I mean? They from Richmond. But at the same time, like, they call their own shots. Were they making money off how they was extorting E? No, he wasn't making money. It was the dude from Lynchburg and my homeboy from Norfolk. They was making money off E. You know what I mean? They was extorting the brains out of goddamn E. You know what I mean? That's what they was doing. So the Bloods from Richmond might be looking at this like that dude ain't got shit to do with me. That's my word. So we come out in the pod. Goddamn. You see the dude from Richmond, he's still mad. So he go over there, he start talking to the Lynchburg Blood. E. Sally, he start talking to him. They having a one-on-one and kicking it. Goddamn, you see E. Sally say, yo, look, that shit is dead, son. That shit is dead. Listen, if y'all niggas want to keep beefing, If y'all want to keep beefing, you gotta go through me, because that nigga right now is my money. Ain't nobody fucking up my money. No homies, no friends, none of that. Ain't nobody fucking up my money. Dude from Richmond was like, nigga, I ain't even in your set, nigga. You ain't my big homie, nigga. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. He was like, I got to have that nigga, man. He was like, man, he come up nowhere. He was like, nigga, we can fight again. I was like, oh shit, he got down. He done grew a couple paws. I'm like, damn, the nigga got down. He was like, yeah, we can fight again. Because he was about east sides. He won't scare no more. He knew that his celly was taking up for him. He felt like he can do this. He felt like he can do this right here, man. So them niggas arguing like, man, da-da-da. Then goddamn, the other blood from Richmond pulled up on him, was like, yo, look, man, let me holler at you. So he started hollering at the Lynchburg blood. You know what I mean? And they talking one-on-one. You know what I mean? Goddamn, at the end of the day, they was right. And my homeboy was right there telling me exactly what they was talking about. You know what I mean? He was like, yo, look, he telling them the only thing that it is that we know, bro. I was like, what? He was like, it's blood over everything. You know what I mean? He was like, it's blood over everything. So right now, even though that's their money, he was like, man, like, if dude feeling violated, he gotta let him handle how you gonna handle it. He was like, I don't need that nigga money. My homeboy from Norfolk, the blood, was like, I don't need that nigga money. That was just free money right there, bro. He was like, I get my own money. Now he says, bro from Lynchburg, I don't know how he thinking, but that's just what it is. So they got down, talk, got down, that nigga E looking like he got his swag up a little bit, like he ready. You know what I mean? They talk for a second, got down. Next thing you know, you see the blood, E roommate, he pull up on E, he was like, yo, E, let me holler at you. He was like, what's up? He was like, yo, look, you gotta fight him again. He was like, all right. They got down going to jump. My homeboy was like, watch this. I was like, watch this. So I kind of move a little closer. You know what I mean? I'm not blood, but I'm close. Y'all know I'm nosy. I'm right there. I'm like, get a little closer. They go on and jump. Him and that nigga screw up again. He rumbling his ass again. They rumbling hard as a bitch. Got that, next thing you know, you just see the dude, the other Richmond dude, slide in the cell. He slid in the cell. Nigga slid in the cell, goddammit. Next thing you know, they banking E-ass, man. I said, oh, they banking him. Next thing you know, you see goddamn the nigga, my homeboy, he go in there. Shh. And they start 3-on-1 in his ass, man. I'm looking at his roommate from Lynchburg, like, what are you gonna do? Like, I'm thinking he gonna stop this. Cause I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. If I was blood, this wouldn't have went down. This wouldn't have went down right here, y'all. I'm looking at the blood dude from Lynchburg, his roommate. This nigga standing there. Next thing you know, he open the door and go in there and get some. Blood over everything, nigga. Niggas went crazy on goddamn E dumbass in there. They beat the shit out of E in that bitch, man. You know why? Cause it's blood over everything. Like they said, man. You know what I mean? That shit was a bonus they was getting from E. But E, you not finna poke your chest out at one of the homies. Even though bro was picking on him. That's just how it is in there, y'all. Y'all see, ain't nothing fair. Nothing is fair in there. Do y'all get that through y'all brains? There's nothing fair in there, y'all. Nothing. You are in a place with all criminals, murderers, thieves, rapists, psychopaths, name it. Nothing is fair in there, y'all. How can it be fair with all these people in there, man? Long story short, they went in there and beat E ass. They beat his ass, y'all. They did him dirty. He got up, his face all fucked up now. You know, he light skinned, he fucked up now. You know what I mean? Still in the room with bro. I'm like, this shit crazy. I'm like, damn. He came out. Goddamn, my homeboy came out. I was like, yeah, let him heal up for 2 weeks. He still can go to commissary. That's how he was saying when he left out of cell. Let him heal up for 2 weeks. He still can bubble them sheets. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, this shit wild as a bitch, right? I'm like, yo, this is wild right here. This is crazy. So E just in the block all beat up. Still, bro, Sally done jumped in and banked him. I know E feeling like shit. I know E is feeling like shit right now, y'all. This is my word. I'm like, this shit crazy as a bitch, man. This shit crazy as hell. I'm like, damn, I don't know how this shit gonna turn out. Boom. Next thing you know, goddamn, about 2 weeks go by. Goddamn, that nigga E is in the pod. Now, E started going outside more. He started working. After that ass whooping, he healed up. Man, he started going outside. He started working out. He started doing a lot of things because he just got his ass pounded on pause by 5 bloods. You know what I mean? So I guess he feeling like he got to gain his energy. He started meeting new people, but he still was in the cell paying money. You know what I mean? Man, that's my word, man. I can remember being in that joint, y'all. And he waited for the right opportunity. He waited for the right opportunity, man, because his roommate and my homeboy, they wouldn't go to the Jumar program. The Jumar program, I told y'all, a lot of the Bloods would go there. You know what I mean? On Fridays, just like the Muslims would go there. They'll be in a separate room from the Muslims, but that's where they'll go meet up with the Bloods as well. the dude from Lynchburg and my homeboy, they would never go. They would go sometime, they would never go though, mostly. So he waited till all the Bloods, even the nigga he fought, all them niggas would go. The niggas went the program. You know what I mean? And I just see goddamn nigga E. This was just one of them days he had just looked so serious. He had looked so serious, y'all. Like he won't toying around. Like he was like, he just was fed up, and I seen it in his face. And I never even said a word to this man. Me and this man never said one word. Not one word. But I seen it in his face. I seen in his face that he was fed up. Look how they did him. He thought his roommate was gonna protect him, and they ended up banking his brains out and still making him pay. It's the craziest extortion in the world. It's wild, man. So this was one of them days I seen that he had just looked real serious, man. He had looked real serious, man. Prison is a dangerous place, man. It's about so much a man can take. This man got Tim Tebow. We got 15 years, man. You better tighten up, because no matter where you go after this, it's gonna follow you or whatever you want to do right now. So you better tighten up now. You know what I mean? So I guess he feeling like his back is against the wall. He has no other option. Man, he waited for his cellie. His cellie used to go up and get in the shower upstairs, because his cellie got down. They used to let each other hold each other down when they go to the shower. Somebody have to hold them down when they go to the shower. But I told y'all, everybody at the little program jump. So the only person that hold them down, that can hold them down, is my homeboy. My homeboy in the cell sleep. So, you know, it ain't nothing crazy, you know what I mean? He broke protocol for this time, and he went to go take a shower. Dolo, boom, he go take a shower. Goddamn, that nigga E just standing by their door. Whole scrub suit on, looking lost. Goddamn, next thing you know, you see his goddamn roommate coming down the steps. He got a towel over his shoulders, no shirt on, 2 pair of boxer gang, no socks, flip-flops on, he come down the steps. He like, psh, psh, psh. That's how dudes get the water out of their flip-flop. He come to the cell, he like, psh, 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 psh. Hey, open 17. Psh, 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 psh. Man, that's all you seen, goddamn, was E with that knife like this, man. I swear to God, he swung that shit like a ninja. That nigga was like, he swung that shit sideways, y'all. Like, he was like, when he was standing by the door, his roommate walked right past him. So his roommate's on his left. That nigga, he was just standing there like, and he said, man, he swung that shit. It didn't look like he had a big ass knife, but it was definitely a weapon, man. He swung that shit. That shit said, it hit his ass. Dude was like, ah, shit, his towel fell. But that nigga started rumbling E ass. He was like, he was swinging on E ass. He taller than E. He was like, God, he swung and missed. Dude, oh, that shit, man, I'm talking about, he would have connected that. That shit would have hit dude in the neck. He threw that shit at dude's neck. Dude said, dude, weave that shit. Boom, boom, started rumbling. Later was like, what the fuck? Stop. And he was like, he trying to goddamn circle his ass. He got him in the back corner like, where you going? Later like, stop. Boom, boom, boom. She hitting that shit. He don't give a fuck about that shit. The dude, he trying to duck the knife. He like, nigga, he in his boxes. He like, nigga, what the fuck? What's up? What's up? What are you doing? Nigga like, nigga, come on, nigga. Niggas like, the police coming in. He like, he runs to that nigga ducked that shit. Threw his ass, boom, he hit the door so hard because he ran so fast to swing the knife. Man, he ducked that shit and he threw his ass, he hit the door, boom. And nigga bounced off the door. When he bounced off the door, dude from Lynchburg caught his ass. And he said, and his lights was out. His lights was out. Police was coming in to jump. Dude couldn't pick the knife up and finish him. Probably if the police didn't come in there, he probably would have died, y'all. He probably would have died because he lost the fight. But he had to do something. He had to do something about what these people was doing, man. And that's what he did. He went out. He went all out, man. But he was being extorted, and this was the situation he was in. This was the situation he put himself in. Because he would have never got locked up. He wouldn't have had to go through this situation. That's why I tell y'all, stay our ass out the way. You won't have to go through these situations. You put yourself in these situations when you get put in there with them animals, when you put yourself in there with maniacs, man. I'm letting you know that now, man. That's how the dude was coming, man. But they locked E up, man. The lady said she seen him with the knife. He caught the knife charge. Bro went to the hole, but they let bro out. He didn't come back to 2C, you know what I mean? But he went to the hole. Goddamn, I never seen E again. I told you, get caught with this, you're getting transferred, man. And they got rid of E, y'all. But he wasn't being extorted no more. That's the whole thing. He got his soul back. He fought for his soul, man. And that's what you got to do in there, y'all. And that's the end of the story. Phew. Y'all already know what it is, man. I need y'all to stay out the way, man, for real, man. I need y'all to really stay out the way. Like I said, it's a crazy world, man. It's a lot of crazy things going on. I don't want to see y'all leave y'all peoples, man. I want to see y'all stay out here, man, and succeed and level up as legit people, man. That's what I want to see, y'all. I want to see all my people stop breaking the law. I want to see all my people live a regular life. I want to see all my people be free out this joint, man. I don't want to see my people getting locked up, man. So just stay out the way for me, y'all. That's all I ask, man. Just stay out the way. I mean that, man. Just stay out the way, man. Period, man. But y'all already know what it is, man. This was the Saturday weekend banger. Y'all already know what I need y'all to do with this one. Like, share, and subscribe, bitch, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. Y'all already know what it is, man. I'll see y'all again. But with that being said, stay y'all ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart just to open your eyes up.